Canelo Alvarez recently faced William Skull, but you wouldn't guess it by looking at him now. There's been no rest, no vacation, just relentless training, heavy lifting, harder punches, and the focus of a man with a mission. With Terence Crawford looming as a possible opponent, it's clear Canelo is already preparing for a bigger challenge. Keone Davis, one of the few fighters to have sparred with both Alvarez and Crawford, has experienced their power, timing, and ring IQ up close. So, when asked who he favors in a potential clash between the two, Davis didn't hesitate to offer his analysis.
Preparation is going to definitely be everything. Crawford adjusting to the 168-pound division. I know he's been sitting at a heavier weight for a while, but he's been showing his training and stuff. So that's definitely going to help him. Canelo experience, but then you got Crawford, got great experience as well. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a good chess match. I expect a great fight. If I had to favor somebody, I would just pick Canelo because of the weight disparity. Canelo is naturally sits really well at 168, and it's just always tough for a guy to come to 168 and come from that many weight classes up and do something like that. If he does it, if anybody could do it, it'll be Terence Crawford.
Despite all the praise for Crawford's skill and adaptability, Davis emphasizes that size plays a crucial role. Canelo's natural strength and comfort at 168 pounds could be the difference maker. That's exactly why he's already back in the gym, grinding through a grueling training camp to ensure Crawford feels every ounce of that advantage. Canelo Alvarez has officially entered fight mode as talks heat up around a potential mega bout with Terence Crawford. In newly released gym footage, the pound-for-pound star wastes no time focusing on one of his most underrated tools, his head movement. But Canelo's preparation goes far beyond speed and reflexes. It's about mastering timing and unleashing raw power. To sharpen those weapons, he's been pushing himself in brutal sparring sessions, including a fierce exchange with former super middleweight contender Ronald Ellis. The two traded heavy shots without hesitation, showcasing the kind of pressure Canelo is fine-tuning, inside fighting, vicious bodywork, and that trademark explosive timing he'll need to counter Crawford's rhythm and angles. One clip stands out. Canelo ripping. Devastating body shots, the kind that stop opponents in their tracks, physically and mentally. It's a clear signal of his strategy to wear Crawford down methodically, targeting the ribs and liver with fight-altering power. As preparation intensifies, it's not just strategy or stamina Canelo is building. It's pure, punishing force, designed to dismantle a slick, mobile opponent from the inside out. Bodywork has always been a hallmark of Canelo Alvarez's game, but this time, it's being honed with even greater precision and purpose. Against an opponent like Terence Crawford, who thrives on rhythm, movement, and timing, slowing the legs and targeting the midsection could be the key to disrupting his flow and seizing control of the fight's tempo. Even beyond boxing, Canelo's influence runs deep. Before Ilia Topuria emerged as the UFC's unbeaten rising star, he was already studying one of the sport's most complete fighters. In a recent interview, the Georgian-Spanish MMA talent shared that his admiration for Canelo went far beyond fandom. It was a masterclass. For Topuria, Canelo wasn't just a favorite athlete. He was a blueprint for developing elite-level striking. Topuria's praise highlights just how far Canelo Alvarez's influence extends beyond the boxing ring. From his balance and head movement to his calculated bodywork, Canelo's style has become a reference point, even in MMA camps. As he grinds, Through training and preparation for Terence Crawford, it's clear that Canelo's evolution continues to inspire fighters across all combat sports. Now fully locked into fight mode, Canelo is showing the kind of intensity, focus, and explosiveness that only comes with preparing for the most technical challenge of his career. And if there were any lingering doubts about how seriously he's taking this fight, one look at his recent mitt work ends the conversation. Every punch had weight, precision, and purpose, not just fast hands, but power being sharpened and controlled with intent. This is Canelo sending a clear message. Whether it's uppercuts, hooks, or tight combinations, his mission is unmistakable. Make Crawford feel the difference at 168 pounds. As both fighters push through their training camps, fans have been dissecting their workout footage frame by frame. A new side-by-side comparison of Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford's routines is making waves online, sparking fierce debate over who looks more locked in. And the majority is backing Canelo. Many point to his sharper movements, heavier shots, and proven durability. One fan wrote, "Bud isn't going to knock out Canelo if Triple G and Bivol couldn't hurt him. What makes you think Bud will?" Another added, "Canelo Alvarez is going to beat him up. Weight classes exist for a reason." The most brutal prediction came from a third. Canelo via TKO. His chin is granite, he hits with bombs. Crawford can't hurt him, and neither did GGG or Kirkland. But he's not doing anything to Canelo. The buzz and the pressure is building. Crawford may be undefeated, but stepping into Canelo's division means diving into deep waters. Recent training clips highlight the contrast between these two champions perfectly. While Crawford stays light on his feet, shadowboxing with smooth, calculated rhythm, Canelo is unleashing heavy bombs. The Mexican superstar is dialing in with vicious punching power and explosive intensity, the same force that has broken down bigger men across multiple divisions. Watching the footage side by side, Canelo clearly appears sharper. His feet are firmly planted, his timing is flawless, and every punch carries serious intent. Meanwhile, Crawford's lighter, more fluid style showcases finesse, but fans are beginning to question whether precision alone will be enough to counter that kind of raw, battle-tested power. Anthony Durrell, a former WBC super middleweight champion with deep insight into the 168-pound division, shared his thoughts on the size, skill, and mindset both fighters bring into the ring. Durrell didn't hesitate to highlight the obvious. Canelo Alvarez is a naturally bigger man who has competed at super middleweight for years. But what stood out even more was his praise for Terence Crawford's mentality, describing him as a rare breed of fighter unafraid to step outside his comfort zone in the relentless pursuit of greatness.
Canelo. Canelo was, and it's one of my favorite athletes. Yeah, I learned so much from him.
Technical skills?
Technical skills. I learned, like, we were watching his videos, his training footage, like everything. And we were trying to copy that, to repeat that. He inspired us a lot.
Have you ever met him or no?
No, never.
So you guys have never trained?
Never. Hopefully one day I met him. And
Durrell's words cut to the core of this matchup. It's not just size versus skill, it's legacy versus legacy. He acknowledges the power gap is real and questions whether Crawford can absorb Canelo's heavy shots. But just as significant, Durrell highlights Crawford's deadly mindset. According to him, once Bud sees blood, he goes for the kill, and if he pulls it off, there's no denying he belongs in the GOAT conversation. On the other side, Canelo Alvarez is far from underestimating Crawford. Despite being the naturally bigger man and reigning king at 168, Canelo knows Crawford isn't just another challenger. He's a pound-for-pound elite with an undefeated record and a ruthless killer instinct. That's why Canelo's training camp has been nothing short of relentless. He's pushing his body and honing his skills with the same intensity he showed in battles against Gennady Golovkin and Dmitry Bivol. It's evident in his movement, his focus, and, most importantly, the sheer power behind every punch he throws. While gearing up for Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez teamed up with Teofimo Lopez, turning their sessions into a defensive masterclass amid an intense training camp. Canelo demonstrated to the younger champion why he's renowned for some of the slickest upper body movement in boxing, effortlessly slipping at the waist and executing flawless shoulder rolls. This wasn't just casual sparring, it was elite-level knowledge being passed down. This rare moment between two champions highlighted just how cerebral Canelo's approach to the Crawford fight truly is. While his power often steals the spotlight, it's his defensive IQ that lets him control the pace, avoid damage, and counter. With deadly precision against a fighter as sharp and unpredictable as Crawford, that ring awareness could very well be the difference between victory and being outboxed as the showdown draws near. Canelo Alvarez is also ramping up the intensity in camp. In one of his latest training sessions, the Mexican superstar was seen, unloading devastating combinations on the heavy bag, showcasing not only raw power, but also remarkable discipline, pinpoint accuracy, and top-tier conditioning. This kind of bag work isn't just about raw power. It's about replicating fight night pressure, the rhythm, the angles, and the precise weight transfer. Canelo is fine-tuning every aspect of his arsenal to face a fighter like Crawford, who relies on movement and timing to outbox opponents. He's clearly gearing up to cut off the ring, disrupt Crawford's rhythm, and land heavy fight-changing shots when it counts most as their showdown draws near. Canelo Alvarez is sending a clear message. This isn't just training, it's preparation for war. In his recent sparring and bag sessions, he's been unleashing brutal, thunderous punches that resonate through the gym. These aren't wild swings. They're calculated, compact, and devastating strikes, each delivered with the intent and precision that have made him one of boxing's most feared punchers.
Big guy, he's naturally 168 or a little bit bigger, but Terence he want to be great. That's what it's about, being great and seizing the moment. Most people don't seize the moment. Most people is too stuck in their shell and not exceeding as far as they can. Being chess match, the real question is, can Terence Crawford stand up to Canelo power? I mean, everybody, want to know that. That's what people want to know. But at the end of the day, Terence Crawford can box. Terence Crawford not scared. He see blood, he coming to get you. I don't care who you are, what you are, he coming to get you. So I think it'd be a hell of a fight. I think Terence Crawford is chasing greatness, man. He beat Canelo. You got to put him in the GOAT conversation.
While many fans zero in on Canelo Alvarez's knockout power, his elite defense often flies under the radar. But during his latest training camp for Terence Crawford, Canelo is showcasing that defensive mastery in full force, sharp reflexes, smooth head movement, and flawless timing. This is the same version of Canelo that frustrated top-tier punchers like Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs, and others. This is strategic, surgical defense designed to break an opponent mentally. Against a calculated fighter like Terence Crawford, Canelo knows he'll need every bit of that defensive sharpness. He's not just training to survive Crawford's speed, he's training to counter it with perfect timing, rhythm, control, and veteran composure. This fight isn't just about defending a title, it's about asserting dominance. It goes beyond weight classes and pound-for-pound rankings. This is a battle of will, legacy, and whose style will prevail when everything is on the line. Now it's your turn. Who do you think walks away victorious? Terence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez? Drop your prediction in the comments below.